One of the most important things you have to do before you get married is apply for a marriage license. I'm Kimberly from Kimberly April Photography, and I'm going to show you how to get a marriage license in Orange County, California. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the OC Recorder website, and I will put that link down below for you. And once you get there, you'll be at the Marriage Services homepage. And right at the beginning, they're going to tell you pretty much everything you need to know when you go to apply for your marriage license. You don't want to do it any more than 90 days before your wedding because the license is only valid for 90 days. So if you get it way ahead of time and then you go to get married, your license isn't going to be valid anymore. So like a month or so before the wedding is good to go. There's no citizenship requirements, any blood tests, anything crazy like that. You do need to be over 18 years old. And when you go to get your marriage license, you have to show up together. You both have to be there in person. And you also both have to bring a valid photo ID, so pretty much your driver's license or your passport. They do take walk-ins, but it's awesome to make an appointment. You don't have to wait in line. You get to go straight in. It's definitely worth making an appointment, and it's free, so you might as well do it that way. They have a little bit of information if you've been divorced recently, and then also about changing your name when you go to fill out your marriage license. And there'll be more information about that later as well. There's two different kinds of marriage licenses. There's a public one and a confidential one. Most people are going to be doing the public one. That's the one I did myself. The confidential one has a little bit more restrictions or requirements that you have to go through to do it, and it's also a little bit more expensive. And then they have some information if you're in the armed forces and you're stationed overseas. So once you've read all this information and you're good to go ahead and click down here to Online Marriage License Application. So then you're going to be brought to this page, and it's going to tell you congratulations on your decision to marry, and please take advantage of filling out your application online so you spend less time in their office. So if you click right here on Business Hours and Locations, it's going to bring you to this page right here. And this shows you all the different locations that you can get your marriage license at. I really like the Old Town Courthouse in downtown Santa Ana. It's beautiful. The building has a lot of history. It's almost like a whole experience in itself just to go there and look at the building. So that's where I went. But they also have the South County branch in Laguna Hills if you don't feel like going to Santa Ana. And there's also the downtown Fullerton branch, which I personally have never been to, but downtown Fullerton is awesome, so I'm sure it's awesome as well. Once you are on this page, you decide which location you want. You can see the hours over here, so you know that they'll be open when you go. And also some maps, driving directions, and because government offices love to be closed on every single holiday known to man, here's a list of all the holidays that the office is closed. Oh, and they also have parking rates as well, which is very helpful. So you figured out which location you want. You and your fiance are excited. You're ready to fill out all your paperwork. You go back to the OC Recorder's main website and click right here where it says click to start. And then once you click that, you're going to get this little pop-up window, and it's going to tell you all about the Name Equality Act. And the Name Equality Act basically tells you that the bride and the groom, or the bride and bride, or the groom and groom, everybody who's getting married has the option to change their last name and their middle name. So this is something you and your fiance need to talk about ahead of time. Are you going to both be changing your last names? Are you going to hyphenate your name? Are you not going to change it at all? There's so many options to do, and this is basically telling you that you have all of those options, and that after you fill out your marriage license and you've decided whether or not to change your name, in order to do any other changes, you have to go to court, you have to get a notary public. It's this big hoopla. So make sure you know what option you want before you fill out your marriage license. So then down here you click I have read and acknowledged the contents, and you're brought to this screen. So here you select if you're the groom or the bride, whichever one you want to fill out the information first. And then you go ahead and fill out your name, your driver's license number, your parents' names. And once this is all filled out, you hit next. And then on the next page, you can select if you're the groom or the bride, and you fill out all the information again for the second person that's getting married, and then hit next. And it's not going to let me show this to you filled out because I would have to fill out all my information, and I'm sure you don't want to know my driver's license number and my parents' names. But once you select this,
It's going to take you to a screen where you can select your location, the date that you want to get your marriage license, and the time.
Once you're finished filling out your application, all you have to do is show up to your appointment with your IDs and your payment. As of July 2013, a marriage license in Orange County costs $61. If you're not going to be having a wedding at a later date, you can also choose to pay $28 for a civil ceremony right there at the courthouse. I hope this has been helpful, and congratulations on your upcoming marriage.